chicken. While ops they hating my mission. My operation is different. My compensation. I'm the one that made the decision. Big talker, big papa. I be in the most. Rich Roger get proper when I ride in a ghost. Big walker, big offer. They know harder than foe. You don't even gotta tell them, and they already know. The one that's going up. Big body truck. They acting like they tough. We know well enough, and we know that you ain't that. And we know your crew ain't stacked. Man, don't run up, this is facts. Only talk about hits and plaques, yeah, yeah. Paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one to trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make right this. Now I need to decide, cause I'm intrigued by your vibe.
Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Pass to Carter. Here's Kessel. He's guarded by Barnes. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Wells. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, Scotty Barnes, such an excellent passing wing.
Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Wells. Averaging around 5 points a game. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Boy, is he dynamic. Jalen Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Phillips' shot is off. And here are the Heat. 4-point game. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful. You give Barnes any kind of opening, he's going to attack that rim.
Carter can't get it to go.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Wells. Rebounded by Kessel.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that in Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Number 34. First personal foul. First team.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Chicago calls timeout. Chicago with the ball, trailing by 5. Pass to Phillips. To the paint. Tipped. Doesn't go for him. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. The Heat on offense. Here's Wells. From downtown. Edwards pulls it in.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Castle misses. Heat leading by 5. The kick out to Johnson. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. Johnson's got 5 now.
A rhythm shooter. I think I heard drums. I like Johnson using that in the offense.
Here's Edwards. That shot off the mark. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Heat.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Pass to Carter. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The 3 is up. Smith with the rebound. Bulls trail by 7. Carter inside. Missed inside. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Miami. Counted. He's got 6.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Phillips. Still without a bucket. The kick out to Edwards. And here they come. Here's Barnes. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. 1:31 left in the first quarter. Pass to Phillips. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Barnes. Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He's off on the first. So both teams changing it up here.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Miami leading by 9. Here's Johnson going inside.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Oh, got that one up quick.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
And Paul throws it down.
And don't be surprised when it is that Lonzo Ball rises up like that. He can get it done.
Johnson for 3. Chicago with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Some room here for Williams. The quick look, no good that time. It's Johnson with a drive. Basket counts.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Knocks it loose. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Pass to Buzelis. The kick out to Williams. Here's Buzelis. Over Johnson. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Miami ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now? Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Carter can't get it to go. Heat leading by 10. Here's Thomas. Pass to Ben. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. Batten on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three. Batten's got 5 points now in the quarter. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Pass to Buzelis. 4 on the clock. It's rebounded by Batase. And foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here is Miami. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Hits a three-pointer.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And so here is Chicago. It's an 18-point game. Miami shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
First personal foul.
Free throw good. Thomas. And it's the Heat with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. The Bulls making a switch here. Miami shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Now here's Ball. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Thomas outside. Back to Ben. Lets the three fly. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Back to Ball. Shot clock at 5. It's Edwards on the wing. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Sometimes Lonzo's got to put the defense on their heels and start attacking with some aggression. In that play, he did so.
And so Ball nails both of them. Miami leading by 20. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What a move. Scotty Barnes getting some momentum and then lifting off.
And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. And he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for the Bulls. Phillips. Castle.
Pass to Wells. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here.
Anunoby, a willing passer, a team player, wants to get that ball to his open guys.
Here's Castle. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Shot clock at 6. Floats one. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Offensive rebound. Back to Anunoby. Right side Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great lift off the floor. Johnson is electric.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Coming onto the floor for your Bulls.
And here are the Bulls now.
Number 2.
Outside Edwards. Pass the ball. Rejected by Barnes.
Good instincts from Barnes on the block. He had that shot totally anticipated.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. Off the inbound. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got his second basket on the night.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Outside Edwards. Here's the break.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
These are his first free throws in the game. The first free throw is good. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, BA? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare, just think when he gets his confidence.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
To the inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Phillips' shot is off.
Chicago foul. Phillips. First personal foul.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
And it's Miami's ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. 44 seconds left in the first half of this game. Pass to Sears. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Johnson.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul. They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
So it's Miami now. Inside. Pass to Wells. The 3 from Barnes. Chicago with a rebound. Here's Phillips. No made baskets yet. Tipped. Left side Barnes. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1.
At the line for the Heat, Scotty Barnes.
Both free throws good from Barnes. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Assisted.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
That's the end
And the
of
gamble paying off.
Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for Miami. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Outside Carter. They swipe it. Fast break Miami. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
assist
And
from
Johnson is dangerous in the open floor. Got to mark him or you're going to pay the consequences.
Here's Carter. A strong finish under heavy pressure from the D.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Drives to the hoop. The shot off that time. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Vince Carter. First personal foul. First team foul.
And that one misses.
At the line for the Heat. Wells. At the line for one.
Miami dominating the game. Pass to Johnson. Blocked. Outside Carter. Driving inside. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for the Bulls. Vince Carter.
And he sinks the second. So it's Miami now. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Outside Carter. Five to shoot. It's tipped.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
There's the block.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself or whiffing a bit on that one.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Carter. The layup off target.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
It's Thomas on the wing. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Castle. Down low. Here's Phillips. Misses the layup. Miami dominating the game. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Back to Banton. Thomas outside. Launches a three. Sends it home from three-point land. Thomas has got 9 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Fires from deep. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
No foul. Phillips. Second personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution for the Bulls. Jalen Smith.
And so here is Miami. Thomas misses.
Lonzo Ball.
And there's 1:45 left in the third. Pass to Castle. Oh, got a piece of it. To the middle. Left side, Johnson. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's Thomas for 3. Fires in the triple. 12 points for him. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. They're focused on strong rim protection, and this helps stifle the opposing team's offense.
There's the 3. They get it again. Left side, Johnson. From outside the arc. Edwards pulls it in. So it's Chicago now. Outside, Johnson. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Stolen by Ball. Looking to end the run. The shot no good. Thomas outside. The 3-ball. And again, Miami with a triple.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And it's the Heat with the ball. Johnson on the wing. And again, Miami with a triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Carter. Ball outside. Deflected. And here's Thomas. Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. Outside Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Outside Johnson. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his 3rd foul so far.
and just wasn't able to set up in time.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Bulls. Number 9.
On defense, the Bulls. Beyond the arc. Williams grabs the board. Chicago with the ball. To the paint. Here's Smith. The kick out to Ball. That one is off. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Here's Wells. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Carter. Now Smith. From 9 feet. Can't get it to drop. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
The three from Barnes. The shot no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Carter. Good on the shot. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Anunoby. The three from Barnes. Chicago with a rebound. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
It's Johnson with a drive. Count it. Good. Johnson's got 19 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Carter. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Phillips. From behind the arc. And Toppin pulls it down.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here we go, one-on-one. It's stolen by Johnson. Thomas outside. Pass to Toppin. Puts up a three. That shot off. Outside Edwards. Here's Castle. Comes up empty down low. So it's Miami now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off. Pretty fundamental play there from Obi Toppin, getting it to the wide-open shooter.
Castle misses. And it's Miami's ball. It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to Toppin. Here's Benton. And here's Thomas from the arc. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
For 3.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Heat.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And they've had no trouble finding the win against this squad. They'll wrap up the season series with a clean 3-0 sweep.
A minute 9 left to play in the fourth. Outside Johnson. Again, the Heat misses. Here's Carter. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Pass to Toppin. Johnson on the wing. He drops it from range.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Drains the triple.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Back to Barnes. It's Thomas on the wing. No good on the triple. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks.
Start running when you see us from afar. I'm a baller. Jump